This podcast was edited and uploaded by Uncle Geeb Productions. Hey guys, and welcome everyone to the Drip and Geeb Podcast. I'm your host, Uncle Geeb, and with me is Host Media Gaming. We record this podcast live every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can listen to this podcast on Apple, Spotify, Google, or anywhere you can find a podcast. You can also watch our video podcast live over on youtube.com/DripGeeb, Drip Media Gaming. The Phillies have won the game. This is now a Phillies podcast. Go Phillies, up 1-0 on the Braves. You got nothing on the Phillies, bro. Drip, how you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. Yeah, go Phillies. Great. Wonderful. Good for you, dude. I mean, hey, I'm happy for you, man. That's great.
Yeah.
It's awesome
so
when your
good.
when your team's doing great. My NASCAR driver got eliminated from the playoffs yesterday.
Oh no!
I'm sorry,
what?
Sunday, not yesterday.
Larson?
Oh yeah, eliminated.
What?
Oh, dude.
What?
Absolute crap. Absolute crap. The guy who did what he did to make that happen got his whole team got fined today for what he did. It was another guy's teammate held back like 3 cars on the track so his teammate could pass them and get up to the position he needed to get to pass Larson in the points. Yeah, they fined his ass for it today. Oh, man, I was so mad. I watched it happen. I was like, that should not be allowed. Why is he doing that? And it's not allowed, but
I'm so sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, dude.
I didn't realize you were in pain as I was celebrating all these wins we got.
It happened Sunday, and I was so mad Sunday that honestly, I didn't even talk about it. I acted like NASCAR was not a thing after it happened. I just stopped talking about it. It's just like, nope. I'm just mad. I didn't even talk about it last night. I streamed NASCAR last night. I don't even think I mentioned it.
Yeah,
I may have.
I wasn't able to. By the way, NASCAR, you reviewed that game on YouTube. How do you like? How now that you're playing it, you reviewed it. You're playing it. I know your review. I watch. If you guys haven't seen the review, go check it out on his YouTube channel. But I need to know because I need to know if I'm getting it for my.
It actually comes out. What Friday? Is it Friday?
Okay,
the 14th, I think. Whatever
his
day
birthday's his birthday's in like 10 days, so like it'd be perfect.
Sounds right. Okay, here's the thing about it, man. It's NASCAR Heat 5.5 minus a bunch of stuff. I don't know. It's basically the same exact game as NASCAR Heat 5 or NASCAR Heat Ultimate they put on the Switch. It's the same thing. They added, they upgrade like the graphics. The overall look of the game is way better. It way more solid frame rate all around on everything. The textures are great. The cars look a ton better. I mean, visually, it is a lot better. But they stripped so much stuff away. There's only the Cup Series. There's no Xfinity. There's no trucks. There's no dirt racing. And the dirt racing was really cool because it was completely different than the rest of the game. Like trying to race on dirt. Yeah. So that's it's a whole nother driving style. So that was a really fun part of the game they completely took away. And a bunch of stuff's reused. I don't know. It's $50, man. NASCAR Heat's $25 and it's got more content. Doesn't look as good. It's got more content though.
Would you say for someone who already has NASCAR Heat, because if you're a Switch fan and you're a NASCAR fan, chances are you have NASCAR Heat or Ultimate on the Switch. With someone who has that, and even if they're finished with most of the content in the game, would you recommend them to get?
If they're finished with most of the content in the game, then yeah, because there's 20 new challenges, and those are the things that are fun. And it is a new season, and the cars are, the next gen cars are in it. So I mean, a NASCAR fan is going to want those updates. That's what they're banking on, honestly. But
that's a lot how sports games work these days in this modern day.
They're not taking stuff away. That's where I was like, this is kind of messed up. You're charging $50 and you've taken half the game out.
They don't take half the game out, but listen, 2K does some shady things frequently with, as a basketball fan. Recent days, the game has stayed about the same, but they frequently will take features away and not replace them. Maybe over a couple generations as in every year, but a couple generations of the game. Maybe not all in just one generation hop like this. It's just like last year's game, this year's game is like half the content's gone. But sports games typically like to do that. I mean,
do they keep the same animations? Like let's say you're really?
2K's been using the same engine of animation since 2016.
Like when let's say you're starting a game at
last played
at Wrigley Field and there's that Hey everybody, welcome to Wrigley Field. Today,
no, they changed.
Okay.
They will switch up
exactly the same. Every one of them is exactly the same.
Listen, your video. I don't want to. This is not about that. I just want to quickly mention your video explains most of what we're already talking about. But what I guess you kind of answered my question. If you're a NASCAR fan, you want these updates. So I think I'm gonna get the game for her dad anyway.
It looks good
because he already, like you said before, he played the Wii version of NASCAR. He's playing this one now. It's already a big visual upgrade, and this new upgrade is pretty good too. This new game. Based on the footage you sent me and I'm looking at, I thought that was pretty impressive. The difference.
I mean the differences are on like when you have it docked. I mean, You can see it handheld.
He only plays docked.
Okay, well, it's going to be a big difference. I mean, it's a noticeable difference. It does look better. I didn't notice it until I put it in docked mode. But yeah, I don't know.
And he's already passed the truck series. He's already passed all that. He just got asked to race as a substitute driver in the main same. So he's almost there. So by the time he gets his hands on the new game, he's gonna he's already going to be at the
he doesn't have to jump
level.
Right into it.
Right.
I don't know. It's cool. It looks fine.
This podcast is totally related. Has nothing to do with NASCAR. I promise, guys. We're gonna we will move on here.
3 DLCs coming though.
Yeah, the Mario
with challenges and new drivers and new paint schemes. So
that's cool.
There's that. But all right.
Nothing about the Mario movie in NASCAR. And trust me, guys, we will get to the NASCAR movie, the Super Mario Bros. Movie trailer.
We're going to talk about Days of Thunder.
That's what baby Jesus.
Tom Cruise.
No. We're going to get to the Mario movie in just a minute, guys. But we have a couple little topics that I do want to hit on here. But there was something we were going to talk about first. What were we going to talk about first before these topics?
We were going to talk a little bit about No Man's Sky on the Switch.
No, we were going to talk about that a little bit. No Man's Sky.
I wanted this game for multiplayer. That's why I wanted it. It doesn't have multiplayer.
It's not on the Switch.
Not on the Switch. Moran and I, this was the thing. He was like, dude, you're going to love this game. You're going to love it. You like space stuff. I do like space stuff. Space games are fun. I was really into that Ubisoft game that Star Fox was in on the Switch.
Yeah, it's good. That was good.
Starlink, Battle for Atlas. I actually went back to that like last week and just started playing it again randomly, like on the same save file, but just going through playing. It's really fun. But our whole thing was we were going to play it together. It does not have multiplayer on the Switch, which I was waiting to get it on the Switch, but it's out.
It is
out. And there are some good things being said about it.
Alex from Nintendo Life made his own like a thoughts and opinions video because he did get to play the game early, and the gist of what he had said made me kind of really want the game. Essentially what he was saying was performance is not going to be an issue, which is kind of surprising from a game such as No Man's Sky.
And I don't think so, but I'll let you finish. Yeah, I'll let you finish. But I was told something about that, but go ahead.
So he had said, the performance is really not an issue at all. Like rarely a stutter. And when there's a stutter, it's short and infrequent. And it's a steady 30. You're not getting anything better than that. Steady 30, so that's already good.
On the Switch,
that's better than Hyrule. That's something Hyrule Warriors can't say. So there's
steady 4 on Hyrule Warriors, right?
No, it's not steady at all. It's all over the place. It's fucking everywhere.
Yeah, it's a steady 4 though. They can hit 4 all the time.
Yeah, steadily. No. But the most impressive thing that Alex was saying, where it's one thing where this frame rate's steady, but let's look at The Witcher. Witcher's pretty steady, but Witcher,
it's got areas where it's
the resolution, but the main thing is all over the place. The resolution in Witcher is not impressive. It's a very even docked. It's very worse than docked. It's a low resolution game in general, probably 500p. It's pretty low.
They did go back after it was released. And they put in patches to make it look even better. And I went back after they did the patches and started the game over again. I mean, they did a lot of work to that, even after release. But yeah,
but it's still low resolution. It's still not touching, 600p. It's still not. It's not even there.
It's not.
And
it's not even close.
I don't know what the resolution is going to be on No Man's Sky, but I do know that the textures and according to what Alex from Nintendo Life was saying, you look at the game textures wise, and you're going to be hard pressed to see differences between the Switch version and the Xbox Series S version, which I think is really impressive.
Wild. Okay, well, and there's one other game that's kind of like that too. Alien Isolation is a game that some people say the Switch version is the best looking version out there. Which is really weird to hear. But I mean,
that is weird.
Again, this goes back to what we've talked about with these types of things anyway. It's not about if a game can or cannot run on the Switch, because it can. Any game can run on the Switch. It is how much time, how much money, how much effort you want to actually put into the port to make it run the way it needs to run. Now, having said that, Matt Moran, my buddy, you guys know Matt Moran.
Your best
friend of mine. Yeah, good friend of mine. He's been playing this game for a while, and he's been telling me for a long time, man, they should put this game on Switch. This game would be perfect on Switch. It doesn't have to do anything. It would run so good on Switch. And I never really understood what he was talking about until they announced it for Switch. Him and I sat down and had a conversation about it. And I didn't realize that this game is basically procedurally generated. So you go to planets, but they're all just random planets. You know what I mean? Like,
yes,
you don't know what it's going to be until you get there. So you're not really having to load in a bunch of stuff at once. It's just like, okay, we need these, we need these, we need these, we need these, we need these. Mm-hmm. Boom. Yep. There's our planet. Done. So it's not, it doesn't take a lot of RAM. It doesn't take a lot of memory. It doesn't take a lot of anything. So you can have those high resolution textures because you're not using that space for anything else. It's just making it on the fly, ready to go. Like, this is what you get. This is all we need right now. So that's probably why it runs as well as it does, which is, I mean, I don't know. If that is the reason, then Moran was right. That's crazy, because he's usually not the tech guy I would go to for something like that. But when he said that stuff to me, I was like, makes a lot of sense. I bet it would run good on the Switch. But then you mentioned this earlier, too. We were talking about the first trailers we saw. Looked kind of, it was shaky. We were like, I don't know. But what did you tell me about that earlier?
So the trailers they used to make this game, the developers purposely chose areas that of high intensity graphically to prove to everybody that if it looks a little shaky to you, it's because that is the most the areas that they chose were some of the hardest areas for the Switch that the Switch would have to run the game. Some of the most difficult areas performance wise. So that is the worst for the game, essentially. That's your experience. The worst experience you're going to get is in those areas. And I'm sure they didn't choose the worst. I'm sure the worst area is going to be pretty bad. But the some of the worst areas were in the trailer. So if you watch the trailer back for the Switch trailer, you're going to see that's some of the worst performance you're going to get. If that's the case, that's impressive.
It is. But why wouldn't they lead with that? Like, why wouldn't they say, hey, this is the craziest shit in the game?
Because, again, I think Alex was talking about, I believe in his video, he had said that they are essentially, cocky is the wrong word. They are confident is the right word. They're confident in the job that they did to port this game over. And in their confidence came some cockiness, like, listen, we're just going to, the game's going to be good. And here's the proof. Here's some of the tougher areas. So we're just going to run it like butter.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't want to pay $60 for it now. I might anyway.
Not a fault for the game. That's your money sense coming through, which I respect, because I also agree.
I want to play it. I want to play it. I really want to play it. I don't know. I'm told I would really like this game, and it seems like something I would really like. One of those games that just you pick up and play whenever.
Yeah.
Not a big thing, but I mean, it's cool that it looks so great. So it's up there at The Witcher, Alien Isolation. Yep. Doom was another great one. Doom looked amazing. I mean, as far as third-party games go, I mean, first-party stuff's first-party stuff. But
yeah. Well, speaking of things that I'm probably going to want to play, Monster Hunter. I'm sorry, not Monster Hunter. Sonic Frontiers is coming out soon. Actually, in a month. 1 month from now, right? Just about?
Yeah, about a month. It comes out. Next month.
Yeah. Early November, the game's out. The game comes out. Sorry, I'm having a stroke.
It comes November 8th.
There you go. It's currently October 11th, and November 8th is when the game come out. And they've already announced some free DLC that's going to be coming out for the game. Drip. Monster Hunter DLC for free in Sonic Frontiers. Can you make any sense of that?
I think there was Sonic DLC in Monster Hunter, but like when I saw this headline,
was it really? I didn't know.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's Sonic DLC in Monster Hunter. Why? I don't know. I don't get it. Like, what kind of DLC are we talking here? Is it just skins?
Visual. I think it's skins. At least skins. Could be more. I don't know.
Yeah, it's gear. It's gear. I'm reading it right now.
The free portion, it's kind of weird to me. But they think they could charge $5.99, $4.99
and a game,
for a
barbecue spit meat grilling mini game to power Sonic up. So it's a little game.
I guess we don't know the game well enough yet, so it's
Well, they have some screenshots of it on NintendoLife.com, which, I mean, Sonic looks like let's be serious about this. Sonic looks like a badass in this armor, like a straight up badass. So I mean, I don't know. It looks cool. It's weird. I don't have a lot to say about it. I think it's very weird. But the DLC comes out a week after the game releases.
Yeah.
I mean, Sonic Frontiers is still a day one for me.
For sure. Me too. I'm really excited about it. I just thought this was weird that they're putting Sonic DLC into.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Monster Hunter DLC into Sonic, which doesn't
make. Saying, man.
Is it Sega? The Sega has nothing to do with Monster Hunter, do they?
It's Capcom.
So what is the deal? That's cross marketing. Always Dex says in chat. I mean, I guess so.
That's fine. It's just
it's weird. Fine. Why announce it? Just do it.
I don't know. I don't know.
Weird.
It's something that definitely surprised me, which I guess it shouldn't have. It was just it is weird seeing Sonic dressed up in this stuff. But
and our final quick little topic here before we get to the meat and potatoes of the episode is the rumor. It's rumors, right? It's not confirmed. The rumors that Nintendo Switch Online, the for 64, the Pilot Wing 64 game that's coming out already announced.
Oh, I'm so pumped about that, man.
That's going to be great.
Pilot Wing is amazing.
Apparently, it's getting a frame rate improvement for the Switch.
So what is it? What's it being improved to?
I don't know. I don't know. It's an interesting.
I'm guessing it was 30. It's going to be 60. I mean, I guess
no,
they would make it,
no,
45.
No. Dude, we're talking about the Nintendo 64. That system was famous for frame rates below, like Hyrule Warriors style frame rates. I mean, I hope you understand, like Star Fox, 3D, not 3D World, Star Fox, the Mario 64, Ocarina of Time. All those games are not 30 FPS, dude. All those games are like 20, 15 FPS. Like, they're playable, because back then that was a playable standard for 3D games, and we didn't have those standards. Nowadays,
60, but not locked, according to
No way.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're wrong about some of those games. Some of those games actually did run pretty good, especially first-party Nintendo stuff.
I would be shocked.
Nintendo's always been on top of their own shit, man. They've always been on top of their own shit.
If they can get the Flight Simulator to run at 60 FPS, why can't we get Ocarina to run at 60 FPS?
I mean, I don't know. You'll have to ask them about that. But I don't know. Maybe it's something else that they're doing. I don't know. Honestly, when you told me this earlier today, this is the first I'd heard about it. So I haven't looked any of this stuff up at all. I haven't had time to try to figure out what it is, why it is, how it is.
It's all rumors anyway. There's nothing to look up here. Everyone's just speculating out here.
Right.
It's the thought and the intent that's interesting to talk about. And there's no way that it's going to be 60. I mean, I know some of the what game on the 64 runs 60 FPS. Name me one game.
I have no idea.
Like, I'm thinking I'm thinking that this Flight Simulator game, this Pilot Wing 64 is going to be like 20 FPS, 25 FPS, and they're just going to clean it to 30. Like, that was my thought. Just clean it up to 30. Like, that would make me happy if they clean up a little bit.
I think it's going further. It looks like
Star Fox might be Star Fox 64. I'm not Star Fox. The game that is the driving game, not Mario Kart, but
F-Zero.
F-Zero is 60 FPS on this one.
There you go.
Okay. Or is that the SNES version? I don't know.
What's my question about the whole thing is, why Pilot Wings? Because it's not like, okay, F-Zero? Yeah, I get that. Fast-paced racing game.
Yeah.
I mean, Pilot Wings is a very chill out, fly through the sky, go through some rings, in a hang glider type of game. I mean, this is not a game that needs it. So why is my question? Why this one?
I don't know. And to be honest with you, I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. If they're going to do it, just go back and do it to all of them.
I agree with that. But what I care about is the implication this can mean for another game that's already been announced. GoldenEye, which is a shooter.
What was the frame rate
multiplayer
on that?
shooter, bad, as far as I can tell.
I mean,
60, the standard for 64, all the frame rates were bad to current standards.
I do remember just thinking back. I haven't played that game since I was a kid, but thinking back, I can already see what it looks like. Not even knowing what frame rate was at the time, I could look back and see it on my screen. Like,
yeah. So a game like that, I mean, 30 would be great. I want 60 on that game because it's a shooter.
Pilot Wings at 60. Why can't they do this at 60?
Why can't they do them all at 60? This is the interesting thing. That's why I want to mention it. Like, here's something else that's not really talked about too much, for at least not that I've heard of. I think Nintendo Switch Online in general, all of these games running on that service, they're all visually improved by a little bit. Now, they might not be identical ports from true to the old original game. I know like there are some issues with fog and reflections and Ocarina.
Yeah.
But I know
they're all cleaned up. They are definitely cleaned up.
Yeah, I think that's a positive to the service that nobody's really kind of giving credit to Nintendo for. That the service is enhancing these games in a pleasurable way, not in a we've redone the game way, but in a way like, here, you're going to play these old games and they're old. They're
just cleaned up. Yeah.
But they're cleaned up. And that's something that's not, I think it's not, Nintendo deserves some credit for that. Now, we're talking visuals. If they can clean up some of the frame rates in some of these games too, I mean, that's a great deal.
Wonderful. Yeah.
That's a great deal for This Was Online.
I hope they keep going with it. And then they can fix the actual online and then we'll be in business.
Yeah, let's not forget about that. Let's fix the action. Let's play Wave Race without like glitches in the online system.
It's so weird how they do it too. They're like, listen, we're just gonna keep this shitty, but here's what we'll do. Instead of taking away the game, we'll just take away the sound. That's how we'll fix it. You can keep playing the game. We're just gonna take the sound away. It's gonna sound really shitty, but you can keep playing. And you'll love that. You'll love it.
Weird. It's so weird.
Oh, it's great when you're streaming it too, and your audience has to listen to terrible audio.
It sounds like you're drowning. Your character's drowning at the moment.
It's just awful. I hate that they do that.
I was so excited for like 60. The night that Nintendo dropped that stuff, not the night, but the Geeb night after the Nintendo dropped all that stuff. We played tennis. We played kart. We played a lot of those games multiplayer, and it was like so. We were still having a ton of fun. But it was so disappointing to have the lag happen, and we're like, who's the blame there? Who's having the lag? It's the service having the lag. Really, it's really weird. What's not weird though, Drip? We're gonna move on to our final topic. We're gonna spend some time on this boy.
Yeah,
you see it in the thumbnail, everyone. The Super Mario Bros. Movie official teaser trailer has been dropped, and there's some stuff to talk about. Now, Drip and I rewatched the trailer. There's not too much to it. I think it's like, 2 minutes long, essentially.
It is 2 minutes and 26 seconds long, Geeb.
Thank you, sir. And we're going to play you some audio in a bit from the trailer because I think one of the biggest controversies around this movie is what is Mario going to sound like? Because everyone heard it was Chris Pratt, and we're like, what the hell? And all the other characters, we can kind of imagine, like, you can imagine Jack Black as Bowser. You can imagine Luigi being Charlie Day because he's got that kind of crazy, he's crazy. He's Charlie Day. So and in the trailer you could hear both those characters and it made sense. Like, okay, that's what I thought it would sound like for Jack Black and Bowser. Oh, I heard Luigi go, whoa, and it sounded like Charlie Day was appropriate. Like, okay, cool. Mario though, we'll get to that in a second because that's the one everyone wanted to hear. But Drip, your overall thoughts of the movie trailer teaser in general, what did you think?
I was honestly very impressed. I did not have really high hopes for this. I was excited. I was hopeful that they would do it right, do it justice, because we don't know still. It could suck. The movie could end up sucking really bad. But visually, I mean, we don't you don't have a whole lot to worry about visually. Just looking at who's doing it, Illuminations doing it. They do Minions. They do Secret Life of Pets. They do, I mean, whatever. I can't even remember the other ones.
The Minions being the big one.
Yeah. Despicable Me, great movie.
Yeah.
I mean, everything they do is pretty good. All the stuff they do all the Dr. Seuss movies too, like the Lorax. That was a great one. It was really good.
Oh, Lorax
really well done.
Yeah, it was.
So the animation, I was expecting, the bar was set high there, and I think they hit that pretty well. I'll let you keep going. I did see some people saying that Mario didn't look right, and someone redid Mario in the way they thought it would be done. I don't know. They were going back and forth. Like, here's the one I did. Here's the one that Illuminations did. I'm like looking at both of them like they're both acceptable. I don't really see a huge problem.
I don't see an issue at all with Mario. Of course, you could change him a little bit, but this is not a situation with the original Sonic. You know, this is not even close. It's not. There's no. To me, there is no issue. It's not in the same ballpark. So everyone's gonna have a problem with everything about this movie. Or sorry, some people are gonna have a problem with something about this movie. That's just the way life is. Everyone's got their own tastes. But
I've got a huge problem with Mario.
What's that?
His flat booty. Where's that booty at?
I haven't even thought about that, and I'm now looking at this. I'm paused right now on the trailer because we're gonna play some audio in a second. I'm paused on Mario's booty, ironically. And
listen, I wasn't the first one to be upset about that.
What is wrong? I mean, what?
Listen, go look at any Mario game, dude. You probably haven't noticed it, but go look at any Mario.
He's got a badonkadonk.
Yes. Oh yeah. And he is.
Wait, he doesn't. He doesn't in this game. He doesn't.
He looks like a frog standing on two legs.
Where I come from, back in the day, the kids in my school used to say, "You got to scooch. Got scoot. And Mario's got a scoot. I guess he's got a little fly butt.
If they're gonna change anything, they got to give him a little bit more of a booty. But I want to talk about.
Give us the booty. Hashtag give us the booty. At Drip and Geeb on Twitter. Give us the booty.
I want to talk about the beginning part of the trailer when we see.
Sure.
Whatever Bowser's floating island thing is, like that is epic. That is super awesome. And then they come in, and you see. I thought this was really cool. I wonder how many of these Easter eggs we're gonna get throughout the movie. But they're attacking the penguins from the snow level in 64. I know those penguins are other places, but as soon as can we
talk about that real fast? Like how cute and adorable, like the snowball scene. Yeah, they're playing some epic music, and like the scene is set where Bowser's like, "I'm gonna kill you guys," basically, and the what they call the penguins are like, "We're gonna defend our territory, fire!" And they're chucking snowballs, and it's real dramatic, and then it's just like nothing. There's Bowser's like. He throws
it was good. It was good though. I mean,
it was really good.
I like seeing the penguins. There's a bunch of little things like that all over the trailer, but that was the one I was like, oh man, that's super cool. I always notice in movies they do this a lot. Like a good example of this is if you've ever seen Moana.
I have not. That's the one I haven't seen.
Okay, but you know what Maui looks like?
Yes. Yeah.
Like Maui, when he talks, his facial expressions, his mannerisms, they kind of look like Dwayne Johnson. Like they do that a lot with characters. They do that a lot with animated characters. They kind of take the person who's doing their voice and they work little things in to what you see on screen to make it work with the voice. I noticed as soon as Bowser started talking, I instantly just saw Jack Black.
There's that face. Bowser's smiling.
Yeah, the smile.
That's Jack Black, man.
Yeah, it looks just like him. And honestly, I saw it in Mario too with Chris Pratt. Not quite as much.
Scoot.
Well, yeah. Once you get past the flat booty, yeah, that you can see it. Like we were talking a minute ago about people upset with the way he looks. I feel like that's the little difference that's there. It's like you can see a little bit of Chris Pratt in Mario's face, but it's going to make this whole voice thing that everyone's worried about. It's going to make this work. Well, it's going to make it work or not work. That's going to be the deciding factor.
Well, I guess we can get right to that part since you already brought it up. The voice of Mario. Now, I said to you earlier before we got on I love the. I think this trailer was great. I really enjoyed it. I think it's going to be funny. I can't wait to see it day one. There's nothing I really dislike about it, except one little thing. There's just one little detail that I thought was like, I really think this is a miss. It's not, listen, it's not political, and it's not because of Chris Pratt. It's because of the choice they made for Chris Pratt not to have an Italian accent. Now, or did they? Or does he? Or does he?
It's like,
or does he have an accent? It's really hard to tell. If in the little bits of audio we've gotten from this trailer of Chris Pratt as Mario,
they really hit it too. They hit it. They were like,
they did
ease people into this. We are going to ease them into this.
So we're going to ease you guys into it right here. I think I'm going to start this at 149 real fast. I'm going to play you guys. I didn't check levels before we began this. I hope this is going to be okay. Levels wise, but we're gonna play some audio, just like 2 seconds of Mario's voice that you can hear. What do you guys think out there? Here's the first little bit.
What is this place?
Okay, there was the first little bit of audio. I think that actually was a little quiet for you guys, but you should have heard Mario go, "What is this place?" Okay, thoughts, Drip.
Always on deck said it sounds like he's trying to do like a Brooklyn Italian.
That's what he is. He's an American Italian plumber.
Okay, but that is what it sounds like. Honestly, man, to be honest, they're clearly trying to ease people into this. Clearly. I don't think it's terrible. I don't think it's great either, though. It's fine. It's not bad. You know what? We can keep going with the voice. I do want to talk about it more, but you know what else I really want to talk about? Something that's actually more interesting to me than his voice is, why is Mario asking, what is this place? Like he's not from the Mushroom Kingdom. Like he doesn't know what this is. I think that's a lot more interesting than the fact that his voice doesn't sound right. I'm wondering what they're going to do as far as a story standpoint. Like, where's Mario from?
Yeah, from a movie standpoint, yeah, that's more interesting for sure. But we will talk about the voice one more time. We're going to play another little clip for you guys. So here is Mario's voice again in the movie trailer.
Come on, Mario! Mushroom Kingdom, here we come.
Okay, so you guys just heard it right there. You heard Toad at first say, like, "Come on, Mario!" Which, by the way, he's doing a great job. What's his name? Keegan Michael Key.
Yes.
Yeah, he's doing a great job as Toad. Some people had an issue with it. Some people had an issue with that online as well. Like he's not high pitched enough. He's not raspy enough. It's like shut up.
This is not going to be the same stuff, man.
Shut up. Just shut up, people. Just shut the hell up and enjoy stuff.
If people want 1-to-1, Mario would have literally 3 lines in the movie he said over and over again. Is that what you really want?
Super Mario 3D World. Like, Mario, what the fuck are you talking about? Like that's all you'd hear.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I mean, no. I don't want it to be the same. I want it to be different. And that is what I want to talk about. You're talking about, this is Nintendo's, we're just going to call it, this is the first Mario movie. We're just going to say that. We're going to forget about the other one.
This is the first animated Mario movie.
But this is something that we're going to be seeing a lot from here on out. Nintendo properties made into movies. This is their new division. This is what they're doing. We have to have something different. It's not going to be the same. And here's a news flash for everyone. Get ready for this. And I know this is going to just break some people's hearts, but there's going to be Legend of Zelda movies, possibly TV shows. And guess what? Link's going to talk.
He's
going to talk.
There's a chance he doesn't. There's absolutely
no chance he
doesn't. There are ways you can get around it.
You could get away. You could, but it would have to be that would be a TV show or movie for adults, because that would take a very, very good actor to portray emotion, feeling, all these things without saying a word. And kids aren't going to be into that. I'm sorry. And
I'd be disappointed. I would be disappointed if there's a Legend of Zelda movie or TV show and it wasn't for adults exclusively. Not saying that it needs to be graphic or anything.
Well, I can tell you right now, it won't be. It's Nintendo.
I would be disappointed if it was like,
I mean, did you not
child friendly included?
Didn't you hear? I mean, they went out of their way during the direct for this thing to say this is something that can be enjoyed by all ages. They made sure to say, and they do that with everything. Nintendo is a family company. anything they make is going to be able to be enjoyed by most of things. I mean, that's how it's going to be. That's just how it's going to be. And yeah, Link's going to talk. Whenever this happens, it's going to happen. And another thing that would be really cool, the end of this trailer. I looked at it a bunch because I thought maybe it's what we were getting, but it's not. When we see Luigi, he's running from all those
those dogs.
Yeah. I thought maybe he was running towards a mansion. He's not. It's just another castle. It's a little castle with a flag on top. So it's, I don't know.
I kind of was like, ooh, we're getting like a.
Are we gonna get like a Luigi's Mansion type thing?
Yeah. I thought the same thing.
It's kind of like that though. It's still kind of like that, where it's like it's dark and eerie, and the trees don't have any leaves on them and stuff. I would like to see a full-on Luigi's Mansion movie.
I would love that as well. I think that would be great.
That would, like, the plot's already there. It's
next year Halloween. Made. Well, I guess it wouldn't be next year. It'd be like 3 years from now. But like
that would be
Halloween.
Great,
let's go.
That would be great. And one more thing I did want to bring up that we didn't see, which I'm kind of disappointed, is Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. Didn't get to see that yet. I mean, I'm really I'm really interested to see what that looks and sounds like.
That's gonna be good. But like, I do want to touch on his voice though, because I'm gonna play it one more time. I have it queued up. Here we go.
Okay.
Mushroom Kingdom, here we come.
Mushroom Kingdom, here we come. Listen, if you want a Brooklyn accent, just call Uncle Geeb. Now I got a Philadelphia accent, but I can do a Brooklyn, all right? Like, let's do a Brooklyn, all right? This is Brooklyn, all right? Not Mushroom Kingdom, here we come. He sounds like he's phoning it in literally from a phone into whatever Disney was recording on, not in quality, but in terms of like, I'm gonna do this for some money. Like,
well,
it sounds lazy. The voice again.
It's one line.
Put your opinions on Chris Pratt aside. This is not the conversation about that. This is about Chris Pratt's effort that I have seen just from that one clip. Mushroom Kingdom, here we. I put more effort into the intro of this podcast than that line he just had there.
It is one line though. It's one line.
But it's the one line they chose to introduce their movie to. So
you're right.
Is that the best one they have?
I don't know, but it's the one. It doesn't have a lot going on. That's what I'm saying. Both the things he said, there's not a whole lot of accent there, but then at the same time, it's like there's something there. I don't know. Like I said, I think they're just trying to ease people into it, and that was maybe one of the easier lines, like for people that they thought people would be able to handle first. So yeah, it may not be a strong line. I don't think it's as bad as you're saying, but here's my issue with it. No. Here's my issue with it. So like, Chris Pratt is a really good actor. You know, whatever way you want to talk about him, you can't deny he's a good actor. He's a pretty decent actor, and all the whole cast. Dude. A lot of them don't have a ton of voice acting exclusive experience, but I think they made good choices, and I understand why they chose the people they chose to do the voice acting. They may not be voice actors, but they're definitely gonna sell some box tickets, put butts in the seats. That's the idea. But the issue I have is, in particular for Mario, the main character. Now, obviously, they couldn't choose the original guy. I think they could have, but it's like, it probably would have. I think that he is untouchable. That he does the original sound work he did for the original games. Don't ruin it by trying to make him do a whole movie with it. No, so I get why they didn't choose him. I'm not saying that. What I am saying though is there's a ton, and I mean a ton, of really good voice actors out there. Like a ton. An absolute metric ton. And they could have chosen there was probably 50 other guys in line who were 10 times better than Chris Pratt. But they chose Chris Pratt. Let me ask you this.
Why did they just choose somebody who's going to do a better job?
Well, obviously they tried other people out. I mean, they clearly tried other people out, and they decided on Chris Pratt. I'm not going into any of that stuff until I see the movie. I'm not going to be, or at least more than one line.
Fair enough. It's fair. That's fair.
I want to hear more. I want to hear more.
That's a fair.
Do I think it's great? I don't think it's great. Do I think it's terrible?
Oh, no.
Oh, no. No, I don't think it's terrible either. I think it's, from what I've heard, I need to hear more. I think it's fine for now, what I've heard. Everybody else is great. Everybody else is great. Jack Black's going to carry this movie. But then again, what movie is Jack Black in that he doesn't carry?
I love Jack Black. Love him.
Yeah, he's
Jack
great.
Black.
He's great.
I would be so upset if there's something came out Jack Black that's like, oh, he's like a Nazi. If there was one person who out there who like there was a scandal about, I would hope to God it's not Jack Black. Please let me love Jack Black.
Let me ask you this. You're not happy so far with the Chris Pratt voice. I'm going to put you on the spot here. I'm going to put you on the spot.
Sure.
Who should have been cast as Mario? Who would be your pick?
So I'm not a guy who knows the knows things like that, but I have seen plenty of animated movies out there, and there are so many good perfect, I would say, voice actors for the role they're playing of the character, animated character. There's got to be one guy out there who is just the perfect Mario, who is not too much of no, but also not too much fucking Brooklyn shit. Yeah. What's up? What's in the Mushroom Kingdom? Hey, like there's got to be Adrian. There's got. By the way, Rocky. While the movie's in Philly, the accent is a New York accent. That is not a Philly accent whatsoever.
Hey, let Stallone do it.
Hey, yo, Brooklyn, is it Rocky? Mario. Like that.
When fix these pipes over here.
I'm gonna fix these pipes over here. Oh, there's somebody in the castle. We got butt kiss. We gotta go to the castle. Gotta save the princess.
Oh,
no. Like we don't need that either. But like, there's gotta be somebody who's gonna be perfectly fit in the middle of those two extremes. That's gonna do a great job. And Chris Pratt, the only thing I heard was laziness to me, and I'm very disappointed in that casting so far. From a content standpoint, the one line we got.
Yeah, I can't wait to see another trailer. I'll be seeing it day one. I will be reviewing the movie. It'll be my first movie review on my YouTube channel. I'm very excited to do that.
I am tempted to do the same thing for my channel, simply because I think it's a good opportunity to try to get some content off day one for something like that.
Yeah, I'm excited. I've always wanted to do movie reviews anyway, so this is going to be fun for me.
So is there anything else about this movie? I think you seemed like you were going to get into a couple other things before the accents. That was great.
Just the entire thing, man. It just looks good. Every character, like the voices all sound great. I mean, I don't know, man. It's good. It's just all good.
Yeah, no, I agree. My criticism of Chris Pratt's job aside, the trailer looks great.
That's the only thing that I'm like, we'll see. Everything else, I'm like, hell yes, sold, 100%. I want to ask the chat actually.
Sure. And the listeners at home.
Same question to you guys as I asked Geeb. If you could cast somebody as Mario to do the voice, I want to know who you would pick. So
yeah, go ahead and answer that. We'll try to read that before the podcast wraps up here, and we go to stream only. But before that, Luigi is Charlie. What's his name? Charlie O'Day. What the hell's his name? I'm losing it now. Charlie Day. I was gonna say O'Day. Charlie Day.
O'Day.
Oh damn. Charlie Day. And then I want to see the interactions between Charlie Day and Chris Pratt as Mario and Luigi, because
that's gonna be an interesting dynamic. Yeah.
Are they gonna be together in the movie, or is it gonna be like? I hope so. And I really hope so. And if they are together, I really, really hope that their dynamic is excellent. I feel
like they're going to be in the beginning, and then they'll get separated, and then in the end they'll be, big final battle. They'll be together again. I'm sure that's probably how it'll end up.
Yeah. Anything else?
April 7th. Excited.
I very much doubt the chat's going to have any voice actor. Who will you say? Like, come on, man. Like, that's a hard question.
I mean,
you can't. There's nothing to compare to.
There's no Mario. That's what I'm saying. There's nobody who just comes to my mind like, oh, that guy should play Mario. That's Mario's voice, because we don't know. It's like, who's going to play Link? Who would play Link?
You don't know names of voice actors. Like voice actors is the whole thing.
It could be anybody. It doesn't have to be voice actors.
I cannot do it.
I mean, that's the thing, man. Like, there's not really, especially in big time movies now, there's not just voice actors. They're actors.
Yes, there are. No. There are lots of voice actors, man. Lots.
Okay,
but you don't know who they are. You don't know the names because you don't know who they are. I'm very aware
that there are just voice actors. I'm telling you that for main characters in big time movies, they don't use just any Joe Schmo voice actor. They use The Rock. They use I mean, they use big name actors for these roles. That's what they do. They use people who people know.
I do not think that is true. Look at the last few Disney movies, and you tell me who the main characters. You tell me who the big names of the main characters are in the last few Disney movies. Go.
I don't even know what the last few Disney movies are, so
I couldn't tell you. There's the one in my head that I can't think of. She's the one where the house is living, and they're all have superpowers except for her. And she finds her superpower.
Okay, that is a different one. There's not a lot of people I can think of in that one, but
there's a ton of people. There's a ton of voice actors, and they're all perfect for their roles. And are any of them famous?
Frozen.
Names
Every one of them's famous. I mean, Moana. You got The Rock. I mean,
he's not the main character though. He's not the main character,
dude. The Lion King. Okay, voice of Mufasa is the voice of Darth freaking Vader. We had who's the young
you went straight to the 90s.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Let's see.
You went straight to the 90s.
Aladdin was the kid from help me out here. Come on.
Dude, I have no idea. I don't watch movies like you do. Like, I don't know the names of these people.
Aladdin was the boyfriend, DJ's boyfriend, Steve from Full House. I mean, they pick people that people know. There's not a lot of people who are just voice. I mean, think about even like little things like, God, Mark Hamill is the voice of the Joker in the animated Batman series.
Right. I'm not saying there's a lack of famous people as voice actors.
No, you're right. There are voice actors out there. I'm just saying, in these prominent roles, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be somebody you've heard of. I mean, look at the rest of the cast.
I don't. I'm not talking about of course, the cast, the whole cast of the whole movie. There's bound to be at least a handful of famous people. I'm not talking about that. The main person in the movie, like all the women who do these movies that come out recently for Disney, and I'm thinking Disney because who's doing animated stuff these days? Mostly Disney. Like
Illumination.
Yeah, you're right. But like, okay, name me an Illumination. Who was the last Illumination movie?
I don't know.
Like we can't play this. We can barely name the movies.
Okay, Despicable Me. Steve Carell.
Steve Carell. I know that. So
come on.
Okay, there's one.
Alec Baldwin is the Boss Baby. Come on, dude. I mean,
Boss Baby sucks.
Dude, Boss Baby was awesome. Boss Baby. The new one was terrible. The original was awesome.
Yeah,
it's good.
What I'm really trying to do is make sure that we don't forget about these like awesome voice actors who like nobody's gonna find out about. We only find out about them until they die, and it's like, oh, that guy, he was the voice of this, he was the voice of that, he was the voice of this, he was the voice of that, he was the voice of this, It's like, whoa, and it's like we never hear their names, and it's like they could have been chosen for that role, whoever, but like they didn't. They chose Chris Pratt because he's gonna put butts in the seats.
Yeah, he is. He definitely is. I mean, come on.
That's
Chris
all.
Pratt,
just give like the little people, man. We are a channel, and the small creators in the movie industry, give them a chance. Don't fuck Chris Pratt.
I mean, I'm good with it. I'm all right with Chris Pratt.
That's gonna be it for this episode, guys. We're gonna hang out with the chat. You guys in the chat right now. We're gonna hang out with you a little bit longer. Talk to you guys. Drip's gonna be streaming after this, so catch that as well. Think about that. But guys, that's gonna be it for this week. Thank you guys. Sorry we missed last week. This month has been this month. The month has already passed. September has kind of been a wash for us, unfortunately. We had the excitement at the beginning with the direct, and we took like a week or two off in there because of other reasons. It's fine. We're sorry about that. We're gonna continue to make some content for you guys coming forward. October is gonna be great, starting right now. We appreciate you guys, and we will see you guys next week.
Later.